Okie dokie. Hello everyone, I am Quietly Gaming, and today we are going to be continuing on with the MSQ. Oh, I was in... Nice. Okay, we're going to be continuing on with the MSQ. Apologies ahead of time if you hear noises in the background. My doggo is in here and my cat, and they are playing. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start. Sweet grime and blood. You reek of blood. An adventure, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? I'm here to get wine. In order, let me guess. A request of the finest vintage I can muster. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistaken odor of goblin cheese. Yes. Master Gergeruju would not settle for anything less than the best dry wits, and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways, but you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. Yes, I'm here for the wine. Here to get the wine. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of the work, none can deny that it pays well. No, but you grow impatient, and Whiskate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. None in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintage in town is hoarded by Brigallant, who owns and operates the largest winery in Valebrand. However, I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. Okay. Go talk to the dude who doesn't want to give us help and ask for his help. Hi. Good sir. Like your fire? What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for a man who is... Sorry. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered this nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha. What? Out. Yeah. What? They were starting to play near my computer, so it was time. Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you goobadoo urine than sell you my worst vintage. Be gone from my sight. He's a nice guy. I think, he's warming up to us. Take it he said no? You could say that. Yeah. Really, in those words, Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine of Baron of Lominza is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. Steal it. No? There's a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined sufficiently in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are poor quality, only that they have known better. We have known better. Long ago, Vigorans of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were once the product, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic and most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wine was born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. That's big. Aye. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with some of the much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owner, for it can no longer be made. If you cannot convince Belgant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors of one of the Vigorans tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Sure, why not? The worst that can happen. I don't know where this person is. Maybe up over here? Seems like he's behind the house. There's a vineyard person. He looks kind of like a monk. He doesn't have hair. Ah. Bacchus wine. Don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. That was unfortunate. Hello. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Alright. Delivery Moogle! Nah, I'd never get mail, so I never have to go there. Big. No luck, Most forgettable. But we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vinitor. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Gogomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that the wondrous Ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. Ooh, nice, okay. This concoction temporarily increases strength, dexterity, Vitality, that's always a good one. Mind, I think we're gonna go with vitality. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of the situation. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vibrand, vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the art of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. And this wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works in the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Riddle Skilt can tell you where to find him. Dude, I don't even want to try these names because I just slaughter them. I don't know how to pronounce them. I learned how to read in my head, and so whatever happens in my head is how it comes out. And that is not always accurate, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it applies the laws of English to its actual, you know, verbiage. Sounding, I don't know. Skillet. Presto, you mean the hermit? I toss him a few gil when we needed an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself. And I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String. Hi. Good evening. You don't look like you have a lot of scars. I guess you have some. But what do you want? I've brought wine. What? Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? It does not sound so good. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please, make the buzzing stop. Make the migs go away. Yes, sir. That is something I can do. I like his little swamp house. Hi, sir. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me. Even after what my comrades and I did to your country. Huh? We were on a mission for the Maelstrom. When the Maelstrom caught us by surprise, we tried to escape. The others, no one survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in this blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Yo, that's so sad. I wish I thanked Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night, at the Red Mantis Falls, I collected a sap from a nearby palm tree. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes a fine wine, see? It should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there please, take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. So we've got the 3 wines. Now we can go to Shamani. The Shermaner. Not gonna lie, those frogs look dumb. The big toads. And it's been quite some time, quietly. What news do you have dressed? This. I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of a palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different dressed tonight. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Nah, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him quietly. Oh my gods, quietly listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell in a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of the Bacchus grape vine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary wine still grows. If you could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Oh, hello again. What is it? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. Okay, so gubu. What did Drest have to say quietly? Tell me everything. I was right. This smell, this texture. I hold it in my hands, a Bacchus grape vine cutting. Come on, come now. Enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vinteur could... Well, says my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? But what? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Bregaliant. You have the research, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring over a cast of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't... Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this couldn't possibly be a 1574 Bacchus. But that's impossible. This vineyard has not been seen since years before the calamity. This vintage. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of the vineyard of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gegaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport quietly. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. No, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray, deliver the wine to Captain Weisket. Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I'm a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Y'shtola! Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. For what of the wine I asked you to bring? Best of the best. Is that 7 hells? A 1547 Bacchus. Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you'd have it in you. But congratulations, quietly. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the length you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you can tell her that the banquet is about to begin. Taboo! You have a look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in her own honor, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all. It beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I could have accepted my lot with less grace. Yo, it's for me, the feast. Yay! Dancing ladies. Y'shtola, Lady Gaming. A thousand pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madame. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now. She must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, quietly has no knowledge or traditions. Mayhaps I would be so good as to enlighten her. Aye, fair is fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company's heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for the righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the death of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test quietly with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's a brave one. That much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey and as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Quietly, however, is kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight by her side. Chico! Willie Uplander is talentful plansmaker. Tricksty foes for mighty Rockman. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of the Crags, quietly gaming, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Sir, yes, sir. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers. Pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend. Quietly gaming. Quietly gaming, Titan's Bane. Quietly gaming, Titan's Bane. Yay, hurrah! Yashola looked like a proud mom. Bronze skin beauty. Hey. You come here often? Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Partake in the feast. Sure. Ooh, food. I'm taking it that's the cheese. And wine. I'm the only one eating. Why am I the only one eating? Hey. Not right. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out the heavens in celebration. Wow. That's some good food. Can I have that IRL? When you face the Lord of the Crags, think not of limbs Illuminza, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Go! Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever, fighty think. Gooby Flock cannot be coming to rescue this time. Ah, quietly, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet the Titan, you'll look him in the eyes and tell him Landonel sends his regards. You can do that. You are a veteran of countless battles, quietly. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with fortune to rival the earth itself. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Hi. Yashola is like my proud mom. You are kind to indulge them quietly. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begun. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak to him again. You're right. You're not wrong. It's time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenoska. There we will meet with Royal, another man who once served with the company. To ensure this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you are given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I marked. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risk inherent in our method. Bronze Lake, huh? Have I been to Bronze Lake before? I have to have been to Bronze Lake before. I have it attuned. Oh, yeah, I've been to Bronze Lake. Right. I actually really like this map. There's a dungeon over here that you can unlock. It's not part of the actual story, but like you can go like over here and unlock it. And I really, really like that dungeon. I remember it being really hard though at the same time, so but it's been over a year, right, since I've played this game, so I go up. Ah. Royal. Real. Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said would be coming? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, cause I ain't explaining myself twice. Real is waiting for you to give him your undivided attention. I'm ready to give my undivided attention. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled upon this beastman Aetherite, see? Huh? Well, what's that look for? Not familiar with him? He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on your countless occasions quietly. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlian lass, welcome back. Forgive me for intruding. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnel beneath the Gogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. You decide to even try, see? Funny thing is, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that's got us thinking, Ugamoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting into a city that big must be right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet. wouldn't it? So, it stood to reason that the kobolds must have won, didn't it? Even if there were aetheryte shards in the depths of Ogamoru, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. No, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right to Titan's bedchambers, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetheryte in question happened to be... yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least. Yet, I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Well, don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the aetheryte? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Night ye can't handle, mind. Not you can't handle, mind. Ooh. Cool, let's go. I'm ready. So this is the aetheryte the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papa Lemos speculated. In its present state, this aetheryte signature will not be strong enough for our purpose. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me quietly. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aethernet signal and thereby join you. Albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Got it. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I think you're worth your salt, Y'shtola. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparations. I'm ready. The navel is now accessible. I'm ready. Travel to the navel. Right. Oh, wait. Alright, let's sit and wait now. In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. What is the Rising? The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings and the night skies filled with vibrant fireworks. The solemn atmosphere and bright lights above may spur others to reflect on the doom uh, portended in by Dolomund. By doing so, they might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Lest you wonder, the observance are being held by in Ulda. If you wish to participate, we invite you to pay a visit to the Sultanate. Alright guys, I've been waiting in this queue for over an hour, so I'm just gonna say goodbye for this episode and catch you next time. I'm actually gonna go to sleep. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, so I'm tired. But anyways, thank you for hanging out with me during this episode, and we will see you again next time. When we finally take on the Titan, hopefully, maybe, if the shoe pops. And see what's gonna happen after that. So yeah, anyways, like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye!